Welcome to some non-conference basketball here on a beautiful Saturday here at Lake Central High School. We have the Lake Central Indians facing off against South Bend, Washington. Jack Thiel here with play-by-play. And joining me is my color man, as always, my partner, Giovanni Alcantar. Now, Giovanni, we do not know much about a South Bend team that traveled a far way to get here. But this Lake Central team has once again lost to Train. That's their third straight year starting 0-1. Now, you never want to start the year 0-2. What does Molozic tell his team to make it to a 1-1 season for them so far?
Well, I think Molozic knows that today this is going to be a tough matchup for them. They really got smacked by them last year, and today I think he really looks to listen. Their leading scorer, I think it's going to be Nick Anderson. Guys like Nick Anderson, Jack Davis, who can shoot the three. Those guys have to be lights out tonight if they want a chance at winning this game.
Now, Giovanni, you really put the emphasis on smack, and you were right. South Bend Washington really handled this Lake Central team last year. Now, this is a way different Lake Central team from last year, losing 4 starters. The only starter is Jack Davis.
Number 11.
And you see the starting lineup right now. It's kind of an odd starting lineup because, like you said, Jack Davis is the only returning starter. You have Dobis, who found some minutes last year, who he was starting this year. Hunter Sahorski, who's played some varsity minutes, and Nick Anderson. I mean, a lot of you know him for the shot, but, man, he has a deadly three that can hit it as South Bend Washington gets the tip. Giovanni, I'm glad to be back with you, man. It's been a long time since I've called a basketball game. As we don't know much about the South Bend Washington team, but we know they can shoot. We saw it in the pregame, and they're just taking some heavy shots out there.
Me and Jack were also talking about expect to see maybe a dunk tonight.
I hope I see a dunk, Giovanni. As Vaughn has the ball, goes to Petty, all the way outside of Vaughn. Vaughn goes to the side. 3, it's up. Off the rim, offensive rebound for the Panthers. Goes up for the 2. It's off again. Dom Schiappone with the rebound, holds it in.
And the one thing Lake Central needs to do tonight, you cannot let South Bend Washington have a chance at second chance points.
And
right
hands
there.
it off to point guard Zach Dobis. First year, in my mind, probably playing point guard for these Indians. I mean, they desperately need a point guard after Derek Hobbs and Isaac Betty are not on the team anymore. As Zahorski is up top. Dobis loses it, gets it back. Davis is up top. Great defense right now for South Bend Washington. Schiappone in the post. Goes up for the move. It's up. It's out. And fight for the ball, and it will be a Lake Central ball.
And you bring up how this team was desperate for a point guard after Isaac Beatty and Derek Hobbs are no longer on the team. Jack Davis, I spoke to him before the season started, and he was telling me in practice it's like nothing ever changed, and that just shows this system that the Lake Central players have under Coach Dave Molozic. It doesn't seem to matter who's in or out.
Well, Anderson from the corner will not hit it. South Bend Washington with the rebound. Stuckey goes in the corner to number 12, Henderson. Henderson back to Stuckey inside to Petty. Petty goes up for the 2 and lays it in. The first point of the game by number 3, Jalen Petty, the 6'6" junior, who's actually going to play a key role because size can matter in this basketball game, Giovanni. I mean, if you have a guy that's only 6'6", but you have a guy that's 6'9", rebound's going to be huge as Anderson goes up for the 2. It hits it and the and one. The junior Nick Anderson lays in the layup and will go to line for an and one.
Nick Anderson, of course, me and you both remember he made a big name for himself last year.
And I feel like that's only the way people know him because of that shot, and that's not how you should know him. I mean,
I'm sure he wants to be known for a lot more than that.
Yeah, as you saw right there, I think he's going to take more of an attack approach. It's up, and it's good. Anderson converts the three-point play. And like I was saying, I think he's going to try to go inside more. I mean, he was more of only a three-point guy. He barely got any minutes last year. So for him to go and get, being a starter this year is going to be huge for him. Inside the Petty. Stolen by Schiappone. Goes to Dobis right behind him. Dobis, the senior, committed to IU South Bend for baseball.
He's a great pitcher.
He is. He will be starting this year for the Indians as well. Schiappone in the post. Goes out to Anderson. Anderson a little dribble. Loses his own dribble. South Bend Washington playing some great D right now. Davis with the ball. Up top to Dobis. This is a South Bend Washington defense. A little scrappy, but they're definitely playing. They're not getting off their man, Giovanni. I mean, look at that. Schiappone goes up. No foul called. Fast break for the Panthers. Goes up for the 2. And the and one. Number 23, DeMarcus Vaughn, the 6'4" junior, with the tough layup, Giovanni.
DeMarcus Vaughn right there, just not afraid to go right at.
Flex on them, Giovanni.
Yep. He went right at Hunter Zazowski.
As he'll try to make this a 2-point game. It's up, and he hits it. Kind of taking away that Nick Anderson and one, too. As he matches heads, it's a 5-3 South Bend Washington lead with 5:12 left in the game. This is some tough defense, Giovanni. I mean, they're all over Dobis, and it looks like that'll be a foul, and that's going to be the problem right there. You're going to play some uptight defense, but it's going to create some chaos and some fouls. Dobis goes to Zazowski outside. We'll go to Schiappone up top. Anderson's got the ball inside to Zazowski. Zazowski goes inside for the 2, up, and it's good. The junior Zazowski finds the board, and 2 juniors for the Indians have all the points so far. This is a 5-5 tie. Stuckey with the ball. He's looking for Vaughn right there. Pulls up, hits it. Cash. Stuckey with the pull-up 3.
He made that one look way too easy.
I mean, he hesitated it. He just said, "Why not shoot?" And he hit it. That was a nice shot right there, Giovanni.
It really was.
South Bend Washington takes a 3-point lead. Vaughn is really uptight on Anderson right now. Switches Zazowski. Zazowski goes inside. Awkward shot right there. As South Bend Washington has the number games right now. All the way up top to Henderson. It's going to go to Vaughn. Vaughn deep 3, up, and it's not good. Almost said it was good there, Giovanni. Yep, rimmed, it went in and out. Dobis hands it off to Davis. Steal right there for South Bend Washington. Goes up, and he throws it down.
What did I say earlier, Jack? That was Jylan Petty on the dunk.
Jylan Petty, throw it down, big man.
Junior forward. Great play in transition.
Told you, Giovanni, we're going to see some dunks today. I mean, you get that opportunity, that fast break right there. I mean, I'd throw it down if I could. Outside, Davis for 3. Off in the front rim.
Last year in sectionals, we saw Jack Davis step up so much from the 3-point range. That is a shot last year. You saw him hit very consistently. Couldn't hit that time, though.
As there's a travel right there by Petty. Giovanni, I mean, over the last couple of years, we've had a lot of people dunk in this gym. We've had Brandon Newman, who's committed to Purdue. We've had Keon Sellers. Petty's now a new member.
And Kyle Blum will check into the game. Really didn't see any varsity time last year.
Davis got a lane. He goes up and lays it in to make it a 3-point game as South Bend Washington leads 10-7 with 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Griffin with the ball up top. He's just going to give it to Stuckey. 3-2 zone right now for the Indians. Goes off the pick. Deep 3 up. Can't get a hold of it. Schiappone with another board. Dobis hauls it all the way to Anderson. Anderson goes inside of Schiappone. Schiappone free throw line shot, and it's good.
Lake Central takes the lead.
They are down by 1, Giovanni.
Well, sorry, I was just looking at the scoreboard. And
10-9, down by 1, and Lake Central is cutting into that lead, though. Nice play right there by Lake Central. Tom Schiappone set his feet, hit the shot at the free throw line. Great play right there by Lake Central as Zazowski will be coming back in, and it looks like Dobis will be out. So it looks like Anderson will be transitioning to the point guard right now. And they're going to press them right now, Giovanni.
And let me correct myself, Lake Central now down by 1.
I'm sure they'll take the lead sometime in this game, Giovanni. Anderson goes inside to Schiappone, fakes it off, goes for the 2, and he's fouled right there, looks like by number 3, Petty. And Dom Schiappone, the senior, will go to the line for 2 free throws and try to take the lead. Dom Schiappone played some key roles actually last year for the Indians. First one's up, and he hits it.
And he was in crucial parts of the game last year.
He
was in towards the end of that Munster game.
Yeah, when Justin Graciano fouled out, he was asked to come in and play a key role, and he did. Let's look like Dawson Cheney will be checking in. Second one's up, and it's out, in and out. 10-10 tie game right now. South Bend Washington with the basketball. Henderson gives it to Griffin. Back to Henderson. Griffin at the DAC logo. Vaughn with it. Double team right there. Griffin has it up top. He's going to go to Jennings. Still right there. Sosowski is going to go up, and he's going to lay it in to take the lead. Lake Central up 12-10 as Lake Central takes the lead with 1 minute and 37 left in this first quarter.
Part of me is surprised Hunter Sosowski didn't go for the dunk right there. We do know that
he can dunk,
yeah,
and also Jack Davis can. Jack Davis also is a key high jumper for the LC track team, as Davis gets the rebound right there. Anderson. We'll give it to Sosowski. Schiappone up top. Will not count. That will be a travel on Dom Schiappone. Basket does not count. As it looks like Zach Dobis, and Dawson Cheney will be coming in for Jack Davis and Dom Schiappone. And there will be a timeout.
1:08 to go in the first quarter.
Lake Central coming here at 0-1. It's their third straight year, Giovanni. They're coming in at 0-1. LC's going to have a tough road in front of them. I mean, the DAC is no joke. The schedule they have is no joke. You've got teams like Valpo, who has a Boilermaker, Brandon Newman, who put up 36 against Hobart, and then they won by, I think that score was like 76-22.
You really can't say enough about Brandon Newman.
You can.
We saw him play here last year.
Yeah, I mean, kid's got talent. You've got Munster. They're a threat. Munster's a huge threat in my mind. I saw them play the other night. Great defense. They have a transfer. His name's Dorian Benford. He's 6'9". He's going to be slamming it, Giovanni. And Munster comes here this year. Chesterton, they're no joke either. He's going to be a tough road for LC. Vaughn with the three. Hits it. Vaughn with the three. As he makes it a 13-12 game. Seems like Vaughn might be a key role for this South Bend Washington team. He has 6 points already for them. 6 of the 13. Hands it off to Anderson. Back to Blum. Dobis goes up top.
30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
You just see South Bend Washington is always where the ball is. I mean, they're not backing off anyone. I mean, Lake Central's just passing it up top. They can't really find anything down low. They're just going to hold it for the last shot, try to take the lead going into that second quarter. Anderson's probably going to take this shot, if anyone. He takes it. It's up. It's no good. Throws it up. That's not going to be good. As the end of the first quarter, the Indians are down 13-12. And Giovanni, it's a far.
Someone keeps pouring the Ethernet cord. So push that in so nobody touches that. You guys are on now.
You know, Giovanni, like we were talking about the Thanksgiving break. It's kind of a long break, and for these basketball teams to put their mind on the games is kind of hard because they just want to, chill out home. It's vacation for them. But you got a basketball game, Giovanni.
Yep.
As it looks like Lake Central will come out with the same group they had at the end of the first quarter. Blum with it, and they're just playing up top.
Anderson drives.
He can't hit it. Trips. Number games for South Bend Washington.
Looked like Nick
Jennings.
Anderson came up a little hobbled on that last one.
Vaughn with the ball. Deep two. Air balls. Anderson with the ball. Seemed like a good shot for Vaughn. Wide open off the screen. Three. It's up. It's not good. Schiappone pulls the rebound down, but Jennings of South Bend Washington will get it, and that will be a foul on junior Kyle. Oh, will be a jump ball, and it will be South Bend Washington ball. No foul, jump ball. Expect things to get a little chippy, Giovanni. These two teams want to win bad, and you're going to do whatever it takes, Giovanni.
And as we mentioned, Lake Central does not want to fall to 0-2.
I think it'd be the third years in a row, if I'm correct. I know last year they did, but I don't know if they did 3 years ago. It could be 3 years in a row they fall to 0-2. Like we said, their schedule is not easy, Giovanni. It's not an easy year for them. I mean, the thing about this Lake Central team is they don't have a playmaker. It's more of a team this year. You look at past years, they've always had that one player that they could rely on. It's more of a team this year, Giovanni.
Last year was Graciano who was that big playmaker for them.
The other years you had Joe Graziano, Rello Smith. You know, they were huge to this team. We had guys like Glenn I'm just going back. Glenn Robinson, Ty Weidman, you know what I mean? You always had these playmakers. This year it's a team. Schiappone drives in. He's blocked right there off the foot or the knee. Looks like that'll be off of Schiappone. And that'll be South Bend, Washington ball. Looks like Zazowski will be coming out. Goes up top to Petty. Actually, Petty wants to throw it down again, Giovanni. I'm sure he wants to throw another one down. Petty up top. 3, it's up. And he hits it. Swoosh. Can also shoot, Giovanni.
We saw Petty. Yeah, we saw he had a huge
Saw him throw it down
earlier.
He hits a 3 up top at the key. Now it's a 16-12 South Bend Washington lead. Tip pass right there. There's going to be Lake Central ball. A little collision right there by Zach Dobis and Tony Stuckey. 2 seniors going at it. Anderson will pass the ball out. He's going to go to Davis in the corner. Inside to Schiappone. That's going to be over the back foul on Petty as he reached for the ball. Looks like number 12 for South Bend Washington. Demario Henderson, the 6'4 senior, will be coming in. It looks like it might be for Petty as well, and it will be. Expect a little screen for Anderson to get open that corner. Actually, let's go to Blum, up top to Schiappone, and up top to Anderson. Schiappone in the post. Goes up top to Blum. Dobis right at the DAC. They have trouble getting open, Giovanni.
They're really just all over them outside, and it's
right
going to be
there.
a travel.
There's a turnover by the Indians, and it's a travel, and that'll be Panther ball. Stuckey with the ball. Lake Central once again in that 3-2 zone. He thought about shooting that one. Inside. Fakes it. Goes all the way outside. Stolen by Zach Dobis. Dobis lets the offense come back down. Blum. And it's good. That's a 3. 3 by junior Kyle Blum.
Kyle Blum makes it a 1-point game.
It's a big 3 right there for the Indians. Stolen right there by Blum. Anderson with the ball. Hard pick right there by Blum. Hands it off to Davis. Dobis tried to go on that backdoor cut right there. Blum another 3. Off. And Anderson will get the offensive rebound. Pass to Davis up top. And that might be on Dobis. It is on Zach Dobis.
Zach Dobis went all out to try and get that rebound.
You can't just jump on him, Giovanni.
Yeah.
We like the effort, but you can't just jump on him. As Griffin will bring the ball up. The zone is really working well for LC right now. This Washington team can't really find anything. 3, it's up. And it's airballed, but the rebound, it's up. And he hits it. The offensive rebound by number 11, Jane Griffin, and puts up the 2 to make this a 3-point game. Was that a pass, Giovanni, or was that a shot?
That was most definitely a shot. I don't think he's getting an assist for that one, let's just say.
Schiappone for the 2, and it's good right there. Big move right there by Dom Schiappone. It's a 1-point game. And South Bend Washington is coming back, and they put up a 2.
Right away. Not wasting any time on that.
Henderson with the 2, and here comes the press. Anderson, he's going to shoot that, and he's not going to hit that. 2. Schiappone with another rebound. Giovanni, I think he's on his way to a double-double tonight. Or to the... It's got to be at least 5 right now. Looks like that'll be a foul on Stuckey. Team's 5th. Dawson Cheney will be checking in for Nick Anderson. Actually, it'll be for Dom Schiappone. With 3:08 left here, 20 South Bend Washington, 17 Lake Central. Dobus with a 3. Doesn't really shoot threes that much. Cheney with the offensive rebound. Back to Dobus. Can't really find anyone. Goes to Blum. We have never really seen Dobus shoot threes, Giovanni, ever. Blum goes inside for the 2. That will be a blocking foul, and Blum will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Came down hard on that one.
Washington foul number 12, Demario Henderson. That's his first, and the team's 6th. From the line for Lake Central, Kyle Blum will shoot 2.
Blum with 2 free throws. Misses the first one. So Giovanni, if South Bend Washington fouls one more time, they will be in a single bonus, and then if they go to 10, double bonus. And for Coach Malasic, that's what you want. To be in a double bonus, especially with some time left in that second quarter, because that's going to make you want to drive to the lane even more as Blum hits that one to make it a 2-point game.
And Malasic knows he's got guys like Kyle Blum, Hunter Zazowski, Nick Anderson even, who they're not afraid to drive to the basket.
Yeah, really, it was kind of shocking to see really Nick Anderson drive into the lane. We never really seen him do that. Kind of seen a lot of new things here, Giovanni, today.
And it's Mark Milicic in the game now.
First time we're going to see him, I think, this year. Deep 3, Vaughn, and he just hits that straight cash. Vaughn with his second 3 of the day to make it a 5-point game. Blum with it up top. Anderson goes to baseline. Inside of Cheney. Cheney in and out. Here comes South Bend Washington driving. Thought about it. Vaughn 3. Can he hit 2 in a row? No, he can't. Put back in. It's good. Number 12, Demario Henderson with the putback 2 to make this a 7-point game. Almost a steal right there. Cheney inside, goes all out to Anderson. Anderson goes up, 3-throw shot. Looks like he was fouled right there, so he'll go to the line for 2, and that puts LC in single bonus.
As Mr. That's huge.
It is. You got 132 left. You're down by 7. You need some points, and the best points are with no time going off that clock. It's up. And it's good. It looks like Courtney Johnson will be coming in for the Panthers. And also Dominic Schiappone will be coming in for the Indians. It's up. And it's good. 2 for 2 for Anderson to make this a 5-point game with 1:30 left in the second quarter. Top to Griffin, just standing on the LC logo. Vaughn with it. Back to him. How long do you think he'll stand there?
I think the real question is how much longer was it going to be stay dead silent in here?
That is true. I mean, he's just standing there.
I think LC's just going to let him stand there all day.
I've never seen this. And now they're going to play it tight on him. I've never seen that, Giovanni, in my 3 years of calling high school basketball.
I have to say, it was getting to the point where it was so quiet in here. I was wondering if we were going to be the only noise in here.
Yeah, double team right there. Goes through it. And that might be a foul right there on Schiappone. And it will be a foul. Got him on the arm. All that time. I really never seen that, Giovanni.
He really got a good chunk of that clock out.
He
though.
did. I understand if it was the fourth quarter, but it's only the second quarter.
And you're only up by 5.
Yeah. They must be confident. Vaughn's in the corner. He's going to fake it. And he's
Kyle
just going
Blum.
to lose it. There was just 3 LC kids right by him. Davis with the ball. Schiappone drives him for the, nope. Thought about it. Lucinik for the 2. And he gets blocked by the rim. Blum will bring it up to make this a 3-point game with 10 seconds left.
See
There's
if they can
5.
get
Jack Davis with the steal. Up, and he can't hit it. And it's good. Anderson with the putback, too. It's 25-24 as we head into halftime.
Who else? Nick Anderson.
We will be back in about 10 minutes. We will be back in 10 minutes. Stay tuned, everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to some Lake Central basketball here on this Saturday afternoon. We have the Lake Central Indians and the South Bend Washington Panthers. South Bend Washington is up 25 to 24 as we end halftime and go into the third quarter. Now, we saw something we didn't really know we were going to get into with the South Bend Washington team, but we saw they can hit the three occasionally. They've got some guys that can dunk. But for Lake Central, I think it was only down by one coming into halftime. I think that's a good sign for them.
It is.
Because they had some turnovers, some mental turnovers that they shouldn't have had as they're going to start the ball in this half and try to take that lead. And it looks like the starting lineup who started the game will be starting the second half as well. Schiapone in the post, goes in for the two. It's a big man right there, and that's a big two as that takes the lead for the Indians. Interesting to see how the Indians attack this South Bend Washington offense. It looks like the 3-2 zone is once out there because it kind of helped them in the game. Almost a turnover right there in the corner. Vaughn goes outside, and it's a travel right there and a turnover already for the Panthers. Zowski passes it in Dobis. Once again, South Bend Washington playing with that press. Dobis with the behind the back. Tipped. Won't be able to save it. Going up about 10 rows right there.
That'll come back to LC.
Lake Central ball. Looks like Anderson will pass it out. Davis, he's going to feed it to Schiapone. Schiapone should just drive in right here. He's going to, off the hip. And I think it's going to be on the ground.
Looks like Schiapone came up a little hobble on that one.
It looked like he may need a knee contact right there. And it's going to be on the ground, so no basket. That's always the worst feeling when you go colliding knee to knee with someone. Good defense right there for South Bend Washington. Numbers game lays it in 4-2 as they take the lead.
And that all started from Zach Dobis' bad mistake right there by him.
Well, it was great defense for South Bend Washington too.
It
Give
was.
them credit because you had Davis coming in the corner and they covered that great. And that was kind of plan A. They didn't really have a plan B. Davis. Schiapone once again for the two, and he lays it in. Schiapone really being key in that paint right now as Lake Central takes the lead. Joining in a lot of lead changes right now. Wish we can get that like on stat or something. Be cool to show that. We had what, 3 already in this half? 3 lead changes. Vaughn, he's going to shoot it. It's going to be off. Dobis with the rebound. Almost lost his footing on that. Dobis charges, goes for the two. Coast to coast right there as Lake Central gets a 3-point lead.
Zach Dobis makes up for the turnover right there. Coming coast to coast, puts it right in. Puts Lake Central up by 3.
Stuckey up top. Can't really find anyone. He's going to go baseline. Up top, 3.
Great
Griffin,
pass.
and it's good. Great play right there for the Panthers as they tie the game. That's some fundamental basketball right there, Jelani. Hit the baseline, go on, pass on the outside 3. That's good. Anderson. We haven't really heard from Jack Davis at all this game, Jelani. He's been quiet. As there's a 3.
Never mind.
He hits the 3. I think you heard me. As Jack Davis hits the 3 to make it a 3-point game as he matches Griffin's 3.
What do you think, Jack? Did you hear us?
I think he heard me. I mean, I think he took offense to me saying that he's been quiet this game.
We're pretty high up, but you might
It's
heard.
not that loud in here.
I mean,
Kicks it out.
Saturday afternoon game. Can't expect much of a crowd.
Petty matches the 3. Didn't mean to interrupt you there. Yeah, I think I knew right when I said it. It was like watching him get the ball. He hits the 3. It was a nice 3, too. As it's a tie game.
That's an easy one either.
Yeah, 33 all. And it's in his corner. He loves that corner. Him and Anderson. Schiapone hits the free throw shot. Dom Schiapone has got to be leading the team in points right now as he's having a huge game. Watch Vaughn in that corner right there. Kind of caught my attention.
Looks like he's being defended by Schiponi.
And that's how you break that zone, Javon. You got to get in the inside, and that's what Petty did right there, as he's going to go to the line and shoot some 2 free throws.
4:13 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, that's the team's first. Petty hit a 3 already in this quarter. Had a huge dunk. Had actually another 3. See if he can make these 2 free throws to make it a tie game. First one's up. Off the front rim. Looks like Alex James will be coming in for the Indians. First time we'll see him today.
Zach Dobis and Alex James. Great baseball players here at Lake Central,
both
too.
pitchers. Dobis more of a starter. James more of a bullpen pitcher. See if Petty can make at least 1 free throw. And he can. Making a 1-point game. So the Indians outscoring the Panthers by 2 so far in this quarter. Press right there. Anderson really can't find anyone. Almost gets it. Davis with the easy 2. I jinxed it. Schiappone with the offensive rebound. Goes up for the 2. Off the front rim. And he will get the ball again. James, 3. It's up. And it's off.
Lake Central, another offensive rebound.
Kozlowski for it, and he hits it. Easy 2 to make this a 3-point game. And there's a timeout right there by Coach Ryan Varga in his first year here, as Washington needs to talk it over, as Indians had about 4 or 3 offensive rebounds right there.
I can only imagine the only thing he's going to be saying here is, how do you let that happen? That was at least 3 offensive rebounds they got right there.
Yeah, that was interesting.
You absolutely cannot let that happen.
You can't. And, I mean, he went out of bounds to save the ball. Right back to Dom Schiappone.
I'm sure the head coach has got to be telling his guys to stay focused. You really just cannot let that happen.
Yeah, you can, especially when you're down by 3. Well, you were down by 1, but still in a close game in general. As will be South Bend ball. Here's Stuckey. Jennings thought about the 3. Vaughn loses his dribble, gets it back. Jennings, deep 3. Converts. Ties the game.
That was from NBA range.
Got to give credit to South Bend Washington making their 3s at the right time.
And they tied this game up at 37.
Yeah. Schiappone with it up top. Not really your typical point guard.
You don't see that often.
Blum thought about the 3. Goes inside. Back to James. All the way across Anderson. No foul. Puts in the 2. Did you see that, Giovanni? When he went down and made the basket, Nick Anderson stared at him a little bit. I mean, some tension maybe. As there's a 2 that takes the lead for the Indians. Vaughn's going to shoot that. He's going to hit it. Vaughn with the huge 3 in to take the lead for the Panthers.
After that timeout, South Bend Washington looks a lot more
2
tuned in.
threes. You know, I know Lake Central didn't turn it over there, but those long passes in the air, it's not.
Look at that mismatch inside.
And Vaughn said, I want that ball. And timeout right there for the Panthers. Vaughn with a tough physical defense, and that will lead to a turnover for the Indians.
I was pointing out Dominic Schiappone, 6'5", inside on number 10. Tony Stuckey, 5'10".
Yeah, Giovanni, you were right. You definitely have to exploit those mismatches, and LC didn't do a good job right there. I mean, when you got a guy that's 6'5" and 5'11", you said, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's the motive. You definitely got to give it to him. I mean, there's no excuses. Like we said, team from South Bend, I'm sure they're going to be cheering on. I mean, on their bus ride home for those Notre Dame Fighting Irish, as they have a huge game tonight.
Yes,
Giovanni?
against USC.
Yeah, big game. I'm sure the South Bend's going to be going crazy if they win that game. Big fans, they got to be over there wearing green just like the Irish.
And I would just like to remind our audience, Jack Thiel is a big
I am.
Notre Dame fan.
I am. I'll admit that.
In case you haven't figured it out by now.
But if we want to go more local, the Purdue and IU game, if we want to be more local, Purdue beat IU, which means Purdue is now bowl eligible and IU is not. Purdue did beat Ohio State. Remember that.
Is this true?
You know how I'm excited to see next week? Northwestern. I'm excited to see.
Big Ten championship.
I'm excited to see them in that game, and it looks like they'll play Ohio State if we're going by probability. I'm excited to see Northwestern. Let's look at some high school basketball.
Ohio State absolutely dominating Michigan right now. Last I checked, it was 48-25.
Vaughn, corner three, second straight. He's cooking up, as that's a 4-point lead for the Panthers.
South Bend Washington now getting hot from three-point range.
That's 3 straight after that timeout, Giovanni. 3 straight threes. And violation, and here comes the Panthers, Giovanni.
And Coach Dave Malaznik looked very frustrated with his team on that one.
Man, timeouts can really change the game, Giovanni. I think they're going to give it to Vaughn again. I think he's going to try to get another 3 off. And he's going around that corner. Oh, he didn't see him. Petty with the 3. Off. Dobus with the rebound.
See if they can get the ball up.
Low heat check right there, Giovanni. Goes to Davis. You got Cheney right down there, and he's got a mismatch. No one's inside, Giovanni. Someone's got to get inside. As Blum up top, key 3. Off. Gets the rebound. Vaughn. Oh, he's going to shoot again. Make it 3 straight. Nope. And Anderson will lose it. It might be a foul, actually. And it will be a foul on the Panthers. Maybe South Bend Washington needs a little heat check as they missed their last 2 threes.
Washington foul number 10, Tony Stuckey. That's his third.
Foul will be on Stuckey. His third and team second, so he might be coming out so he doesn't foul out.
Returning for Washington, number 11, Jalen Griffin.
1:03 to go here in the third quarter.
Lake Central trying to get their first win in the year, and you know, we talk about not easy schedules. There's a turnover there by Lake Central. South Bend Washington don't have that easy schedule either. They got to play Culver, who were state champs, and they got one kid getting recruited by Michigan State, coach's son actually. I have like a little intel source from Culver. But South Bend Washington also has a hard schedule this year, so this is a big test for both teams, especially for South Bend Washington. If you can travel an hour and a half and come and win, that's big.
Certainly not easy. It doesn't matter
No.
what the competition is.
Vaughn a little crazy right there as he just dribbles back out. We'll go to Griffin. I think they'll hold this one for the last shot, Giovanni. Griffin was the one who stood at that logo
Looks like
for
they might not
30
even have a
seconds.
chance.
They will get a chance. Inside 2, and it's good right there. Great find by Jennings.
6-point game.
And tipped, and it will be Lake Central ball. Lake Central down by 6 with 18 seconds left in this third quarter. Was down by 1 at half. They did have a 3-point lead in this quarter as well. Lake Central's going to hold this for the last shot, I imagine. And it's going to go to Anderson or Davis probably.
It's Davis right now.
Blum, he got 4 seconds. He loses it, and Vaughn loses it. And with 0.9, Lake Central might have a chance.
Out of bounds, Lake Central ball.
Lake Central kind of got lucky there as Vaughn came up with it and lost it.
See who they give it to. It's Anderson.
Anderson, that's
Got
up,
off.
and it won't be good.
This time he couldn't hit it.
That was a really awkward shot for him right there. I mean, he was not set at all. As we will go to the fourth quarter, South Bend Washington 45, the Lake Central Indians 39.
And we do want to remind everyone to subscribe to our YouTube channel for our future live streams and to click the notification bell to be notified when we go live.
I'm pretty sure next game is Tuesday for our live
Yes,
stream.
the girls basketball team will be taking on Munster.
Oh wow, you know that right away. Munster. I heard they're great. I actually heard they're really good this year.
Yep.
I saw on their Twitter they beat a team like 86 to 20 something like that.
And our girls team is 0-6 right now.
They've had a tough schedule, Giovanni. I mean, DAC might be a little hard now since they lost to Chesterton. I mean, you got to win those DAC games. That's crucial.
Returning for Washington, number 10, Tony Stuckey.
You definitely don't want to start a year 0-7, Giovanni. That's the worst case scenario for Coach Huppenthal.
And also, you should check our YouTube channel to see the newest, what you call it, medium to Lake Central News, the Double J podcast.
Oh yeah. Giovanni and I have our own podcast. We do it Tuesdays during around 10:30 to come out. You know, we're on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music. We do have our Twitter. Follow us on Double J Podcast. We alert you on everything. You know, we always ask fans, ask us questions. Giovanni, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of takes and stuff for Tuesday because it's a big week in college football. Some stuff are going on in the NBA world, the NFL, especially NFL world, especially since we're almost in the playoffs for the NFL. You couldn't believe that, Giovanni? We have like 5 games left.
It goes by fast.
It is, and it stinks sometimes. Stuckey with the up top. Goes inside, corner 3. It's up, and it's off. Rebound right there by Petty, and Petty will be fouled from behind, and Petty will be going to the line for 2 free throws.
South Bend Washington looking to run away with this game early in this fourth quarter.
And that'll be Lake Central's second team foul. And Petty's actually had a decent game so far. He's hit some threes, nice dunk, and now he can put up some 2 free throws to make this an even larger lead for the Panthers. And it's good. I think Lake Central plays Gary Lighthouse in their annual yearly matchup next. That's usually they play around this time. Then they get into the DAC schedule, which is tough. Second one's up, and it's good. 2 for 2 as it's an 8-point game. And Lake Central needs to do something before it gets ugly. All the way across Anderson. Not the best passes when you're down by 8, as Dobas has it up top.
For Lake Central, it's got to be important. Take care of the basketball.
You can't just be throwing the ball up just like a football around the whole place. Schiappone inside for 2, and it's good. Dom Schiappone with that big body, and he's putting up a lot of big 2s in that paint.
Put that right over number 12, Demario Henderson.
I think South Bend Washington really needs a 3 to silence this crowd. As watch out for Vaughn. He's kind of running that baseline. Look, he's raising his hands wide open. Vaughn with the ball goes all the way across to Griffin.
Couldn't quite handle it right there. Maybe had a chance at an open 3.
Petty won the ball inside, as it looks like that will be off the foot, and it will be South Bend Washington ball.
Returning for Washington, number 4, Benoit Jennings.
Vaughn with it up top will go to Petty. Jennings with the short 2. Can't put it in. Vaughn with the own rebound. Looks like it was swatted from behind as Petty will get the offensive rebound and the 2 to make this an 8-point game. That's timeout by Coach Malazing right there. The boys will have 4 more timeouts remaining in this quarter, or half. You know, it's always interesting to see how coaches use their timeouts. South Bend Washington only has 2 and Lake Central has 4. And definitely timeouts can play a key role when it's a close game and a minute left. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in to some Saturday basketball. Usually it's Saturday football, but today we're doing some basketball, Giovanni. I'd like to thank our crew.
Big thanks to them.
Max Galosi, Lazo Debrevich, Giovanni Alcantar, and Michael Pucci.
And Jack, thank you for doing this game with me.
Oh, of course, man. I was supposed to do the game Wednesday, but I unfortunately couldn't. Today, it feels great to be back, Giovanni. It's been a long time since I've called a basketball game. I didn't do the sectionals for LC, so it's been a long time, and I've kind of missed it, Giovanni. I'm not gonna lie. And Vaughn with the tip pass right there. You know, we're not trying to say don't watch our live stream, but you guys need to check out and come to these games, Giovanni, because there were some really cool videos on those video bars made by Marcus Orchu. You really got to check them out. They're really cool. And Davis with a 3. It's off. Vaughn with the rebound. We're not trying to say don't watch the live stream, but you really got to check these videos out, Giovanni. They're really good.
We can't say enough about him. Marcus does a great job for us.
He does. He's like family. Vaughn with the three, and he hits it. Vaughn with the deep three to make this a double-digit lead. And here come the Panthers. Oh, he had Davis in the corner, Giovanni.
11-point game now.
Loses it. Man, that timeout in that third quarter, my bad, really sparked them, Giovanni. I mean, they're hitting their shots. Especially Vaughn and Petty here. Inside of Schiappone, easy two, and it's good. 9-point game for the Indians. Oh, Vaughn's open again. Doesn't take the three, deep two, and it's good. Vaughn once again. This kid can ball, Giovanni. We didn't really know much about this team, but we know Vaughn is definitely a threat. Lake Central really doing not the best job at moving the basketball right now. Schiappone thought about it. Anderson, three, corner, and it's off.
Nick Anderson's got to hit that shot.
Maybe he likes to hit it under pressure. Oh, nice pass, but
I mean,
too
is
crazy.
it the worst thing?
Just hit it at the right times, Giovanni, when you need it the most.
Well, I think now would qualify
I
as one of
think,
these
yeah.
times. They're down by 11.
Actually, now I think would be a great time to hit that shot. Davis had a little trouble handling that ball. Dom Schiappone once again in the paint for the two. Can't hit it. Jennings with the rebound. Inside. Ooh, that's a foul, I want to say, by Dobis.
4:09 left in the game. Lake Central trying to make a comeback.
Lake Central is up by 3 in the third quarter.
How the tides have turned.
And now it looks like they're going to rest their starters because down by 11 with 4 minutes left and you're taking out 3 of your starters. As a foul will be on the ground as they just pass it on the baseline, and Stuckey will have it up top. Oh, inside of Jennings. Great play right there by the Panthers, and it looks like Malazik's going to signal for a timeout, and he is going to call a timeout. As the Panthers, with 4:01 left in this fourth quarter, have a commanding 13-point lead. You know, Giovanni, I think we learned something this past week. I'm talking about college basketball.
Oh boy.
Duke is not a super team, I'd like to say.
I kept saying it. Duke's not unbeatable. I thought it was ridiculous when people said that they're going to go undefeated.
You know how we always say Gonzaga's, you know, they're overhyped, right? You know how we always say that, right?
But they never embarrass themselves. I'll give them that.
They got that player from Japan, Ryu Hashimu. He is one good player. They got Perkins at point guard, who is a veteran in college. I'm telling you, Giovanni, I mean, don't get me wrong. Duke's good, but Gonzaga's a really good team.
There's no shame in losing to them.
And I really don't think Duke's going to lose until they get into conference play, especially when they play teams like North Carolina, Virginia, Syracuse. Those are the tough games, Giovanni. Not really much college basketball going on today, Giovanni. Tomorrow, not really much either.
You don't have any Georgetown news to update us on, Jack?
They did win today. Cole Anthony, one of the top recruits, visited them this week. Great to see, you know, Cole Anthony. If you guys know announcers, Greg Anthony, that's his son. If you know who Greg Anthony is, Giovanni. Great friends with Patrick Ewing, so cool to see, you know, that goes on. It seems like famous fathers like to go, their sons like to go to Georgetown. I like to say that. As there's a steal right there for the Panthers. I mean, you got Alonzo Mourning's son, Patrick Ewing's son went there. List goes on. Jennings thought about the three. Stuckey with the ball up top. And that might be just a foul on the ground, a little push up. You know, Vonnie, as much as I like talking about Georgetown, you know, sometimes I might overhype them. I do. It's fun to watch them this year. I mean, they got some young guards. You know, I've always said this. When would we ever have a true point guard? And of course, it's a year when our coach is a big man. There's a three right there. In and out. And Blum with a rebound. Like, it's just funny to think that you have a true point guard when you have a big man coach. It's just the weirdest thing, because they've never had a true point guard since, like, I don't even know. It's been a long time.
South Bend Washington trying to put the game away.
And, you know, we talk about college basketball. A lot of, and that's a turnover there for Lake Central. a lot of recruits come from a school not too far around here, Giovanni and Laporte, La Lumiere. They carry a lot of college basketball recruits. You know, I mean, if that sounds familiar to you, it's probably because they made the headlines just 2 weeks ago, Giovanni. They didn't want to play against LaMelo Ball's high school team. 3 for Vaughn, that's deep. Oh my gosh, and it's good. This man's got ice in his veins. As there's another 3 for Vaughn. But yeah, Joan, it's kind of funny to see a region team make national headlines and the name LaMelo Ball next to it.
It was kind of funny to me when I saw that. I was like,
A region
wow.
team and LaMelo Ball in the same
I was
headline.
shocked any team would be. Listen, maybe I'm coming from this perspective of a fan and not as a coach. But if I was a coach, I'd be excited to play a guy like LaMelo Ball.
Well, over time, a YouTube page that covers high school sports around the world, they've been covering the games. I've been watching them, and it's kind of cool. You see LeVar Ball always there, and the gyms aren't stacked. So it's like, what's going on? Like, they're not like a lot of people there. But no, I watched that team. It's not just who LaMelo Ball's good. They got a lot of other key players. So like, it's not even unfair. I mean, he played in like one of the worst leagues in professional in Europe, right? Wasn't Lithuania?
Lithuania.
Yeah, it was like one of the worst leagues over there. I mean, don't get me wrong, JBA if you count that out. That's where Gilo Ball is still. I wish he got a G League contract, Giovanni. I wish he had a chance. Just give him a chance. What's the worst that can happen?
To be honest, I was shocked that he didn't get a summer league contract.
I guess people just don't think he's all that, but I think he'd be a great fit for maybe a team. But I don't know how he is in the NBA because he's never had the chance. And then another violation for Lake Central. Things are just getting worse and worse for the Indians.
I mean, you cannot let a mistake like that happen. What is that, the second time?
You know what I'm curious to see right now? As long as they hit another 3. Because he's just been a sniper.
South Bend, Washington.
Half.
It's probably smarter for them to just hold the ball for the last 2
He's
minutes.
going to go for it, and he's not going to hit it. He doesn't care, Giovanni. He's got a quick trigger. Giovanni, if you're hot, you shoot. I don't care what the score is. If you're hot, you shoot. And this defense by South Bend Washington is physical. And there's a foul right there. Giovanni, what are the chances you think Lake Central can come back and win this game? Down by 16 with about 2 minutes left.
I really don't give them a chance at all. I mean
two.
South Bend Washington has just outplayed them for all of this fourth quarter. It's hard to see Lake Central coming back at this point.
And the defense for South Bend Washington has been great. Can't deny that. Inside Schiappone, what a pass and what a shot. Now that's what Lake Central needs to do right there. Go inside of Schiappone. He's been a key factor for them as they make this a 14-point game. All the way across the Vaughn. He's going to shoot. He's going to hit. I mean, are you shocked anymore? I mean, Giovanni, are you shocked that he's going to hit a 3?
No.
I think I'm at 5 or 6 right now.
It's been an unbelievable fourth quarter from beyond the arc for South Bend Washington.
For Vaughn, the second half in general. I mean, we said it when he had the and one in the first quarter. We said this kid might be some danger.
And what the final score of this game won't tell you is that, listen, Lake Central was in this game.
They were winning by 3 in the third quarter. Don't forget.
They were definitely in this game, but fourth quarter just wasn't great for them.
Giovanni,
and that's what it comes down to. You have to finish well.
Going to college football, you know how people said Michigan had the best defense? They're giving up 55 right now to Ohio State. 55. Now, since, we talk about this all the time, where do you see Ohio State coming after this week if they complete this upset? Where are you coming in?
Could definitely see them.
They're number 10, and they beat a 4 team.
I don't think they're going to make the playoff.
I don't think. Well, if
if
they win the Big Ten championship, maybe.
I don't know. I think the college football playoff committee is going to look at that loss to Purdue.
Well, you know what?
And
being a Notre Dame fan, you always rooting for Michigan was weird, and I was. And look what happens when you root for them and they lose. So I think I'm a big Northwestern fan now. Next week, Giovanni, Notre Dame's got the bye, so I think I go with Northwestern. Sosowski with the 2.
Yes, Notre Dame.
I think Northwestern might be my favorite team next week, just for 1 week, so they can win.
I thought it was going to be interesting to see Michigan versus Northwestern, just because Northwestern, they gave Michigan a very hard time.
Yeah,
when they played
they
early in the year.
did, and I remember that game actually because I was like weird looking at that. I was like, wait, Northwestern, what? And it's kind of funny. I mean,
And they're ranked now.
can we mention the ACC championship? It is Clemson Tigers and the Pittsburgh Panthers in the ACC title game, Giovanni.
Who would have thought?
The Pittsburgh Panthers, who almost beat Notre Dame. They got demolished by Penn State. They beat a good Syracuse team as well. But it's weird. This is a weird year for college football. I mean, the SEC is obvious; it's the same. But Northwestern in the Big Ten championship, Pitt in the ACC championship, Oklahoma and Texas in the Big 12. That's gonna be a good game.
It looks like Lake Central just bring some of the guys that really don't get much varsity time. Ami Takar, number 33.
Yeah, Cheney, the only senior out there right now.
Number 2, Jerry Edwards.
You've got two
Sophomore.
sophomores and 2 juniors and a senior. It looks like South Bend, Washington did the same thing.
1:15 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Petty with the ball, shoots a 3, and he hits it. Oh my gosh, Giovanni, another 3 for the Panthers. And it's not like these are like rattling threes. I mean, these are just straight swoosh. Cheney for the 2, it's up, and it's good.
As we are under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter.
This was a fast game.
It really was.
It was a fast game. It was a really action-filled, especially the second half. I mean, 3 after 3. And I think that's the thing with Lake Central. Lake Central does not have many three-point shooters. So when you got teams that can shoot threes just like this Panther team, it's going to be hard to keep up with them. Nice moves right there by Stuckey. He's going to dribble it around, hold it.
Looks like they'll just hold the ball for the end of the game.
Yeah, that's what it looks like is going to happen.
We'd like to once again thank our crew for coming here on Saturday afternoon.
And next game you said was when, Giovanni, for our live stream?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Girls basketball looks like they get their first win against their arch rivals, the Munster Mustangs. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this live stream. Have a good day, everyone.